Hello, I am recording a PickACard. Happy New Year. I took a break, but I'm grateful to be back. And today I'm going to be bringing you a channeled message. I have 3 different options for you. I invite you now to trust your intuition to see which crystal calls you, what is next for you, what is coming in the next 6 months. What is it that you need to hear? Please remember, this is a general reading. Not everything that I say will resonate. So trust what's meant for you will be for you. Option number 1 is going to be Black Tourmaline. Option number 2 is going to be Ocean Jasper. And option number 3, Amethyst. Again, there's no right or wrong way of choosing. Give yourself permission to receive what's meant for you. Give yourself permission to trust. Option 1, 2, or 3. And I will leave down below the timestamps, also how you can contact me if you'd like to connect with me on a deeper level. We are going to go with option number 1, Black Tourmaline. What is it that you need to hear? Next 6 months. Whenever you see this, pick a card reading. That is when the time frame applies. There's no right or wrong way of finding this video. I don't believe in coincidences, and I trust that you're here for a reason. I'm recording this reading at the beginning of February 2025. So let's get started. I sat down before I pressed record to meditate with each option to see what messages it was that you needed to hear. So for option number 1, my Black Tourmaline, I'm going to start with you guys. And it says, Black Tourmaline, your routine is changing, so don't panic. Stay focused. Believe in who you are. These last 6 months have been hard for you, mainly because you keep trying to make others happy. It's okay to get help. It's okay to get help. For many of us, I feel like we're needing to hear that several times because sometimes it is very hard to ask for help. And sometimes it is very hard to trust in what's coming next. Black Tourmaline is a crystal that you can use for grounding yourself. Powerful as well for protection, very grounding. A lot of times, I keep burping, so I know I'm connected to your energy and I'm releasing. But a lot of times with Black Tourmaline, it's a powerful crystal to recharge with when we just know how to go, go, go. And sometimes it might be hard for many of us to slow down, to be present. So I'm sure I'm sharing that for a reason. I'm also burning Gopal to clear the energy, to stay grounded. A lot has been happening worldwide. So I know for many of us mentally, it's also been hard to stay focused. For many of you with option number 1, the next 6 months, regardless of when you see this video, I feel like there's more clarity that will be presented to you if you give yourself permission to move forward. And I say if you give yourself permission, because if you're just staying still and not wanting to make changes, I feel like it's the same routine for you. And your guides are really saying, let's focus on what it is that you really need. I don't think I introduced myself. Hola, my name is Edith. I am a Curandera, a Psychic Medium, a Reiki Master. I channel messages many different ways. I don't go card by card. But if you see a card that I don't connect with and it resonates with you, please take it. I like to make sure that I share that. I connect a lot with ancestors. I receive a lot of messages as well through my ancestors and my guides. So as I'm channeling, that comes through. All right. Option number 1, I really feel that you need to hear right now. It's your time to move forward. It's your time to trust in what's next. I connect a lot with past lives, and I keep seeing images from past lives for many of us. And I feel like several of these past life images that I keep seeing, there's been a lot of lessons that you've had in many other lifetimes with your family. So somehow your family right now is playing a role in the decisions that you want to do, but because of their beliefs, because of their fears. And sometimes I feel like we're still seeking their validation. So it's really hard for you to make changes when you don't feel that other people are seeing your changes, valuing your changes. I keep hearing from my guides, remind them in this next season of their life, it isn't about staying in the past because they can't change the past. Sometimes I feel like you're rushing so much and going, doing, that it's hard to be present. Boundaries. This one is really standing out next to death. And it's like, I feel like there's this version of you. First is this version of you of looking forward and not back and deciding on something that you want to do different. 6 + 4 is 10. There's something about completing a cycle. 7 + 3 is 10 as well. So they're going hand in hand. You can't make this up. At the bottom of the deck is 11. 8 + 3, 11. Rest. Boundaries, setting boundaries, moving forward. And I'm hearing from my guides, in the next 6 months, you might have to remind people about those boundaries that you've set. And some of those people are going to be in your inner circle, your family, your loved ones. But I keep hearing you can't make them happy. You got to make yourself happy. For some of you, I feel like this is also in regards to a very meaningful relationship in your life that I feel like you've been giving and giving, but in return, you really haven't been feeling like you're receiving back what you give in that relationship. So sometimes it might be hard for you to set boundaries. Sometimes it might be hard for you to speak your truth. But I feel like you really need to hear, if they're not ready, they're not ready. That doesn't mean that that needs to hold you back from what you want, from what you need. But sometimes, yeah, it is hard to move forward because we want to bring these people along. Black tourmaline is a powerful stone for protection. Also from people that at times just take and take. For some of you, I keep feeling like it's like energetic vampires around you. People that you've been helping them so much, giving them so much. But it's like, when is it enough for them? I keep hearing my guides say it's time for them to allow clarity to come into their life. And the only way that for some of us you're going to receive that clarity is by really staying away from the crowd. Really staying away from people that only know how to take and take and take. The next 6 months for you, I really feel that you're able to change things back around. To get back focus on what you need. Option number 1, black tourmaline. What is it that you need to hear? I keep hearing from your guides, sometimes there's people around you that they have such a strong opinion of what you should be doing that keeps you from even believing that you can do more. For some of you with option number 1, I feel like you are very empathetic. You connect very deeply with people as an empath. And sometimes you're absorbing their energy and that's what's keeping you down. So pay attention in the next 6 months who you are choosing to give your energy to. Landscapes, freedom, and connection. And at the bottom of the deck, you have creativity. This is giving me the energy for many of you. This is behind your career, behind your purpose. I don't know if you can hear through the background. There's a car that just turned on. And I feel like that's powerful that the car is turning on, because it's like this message. You'll be ready to start again. Might be hard to believe, but you'll be ready. There's a change for you. Remember what your guides said. Your routine is changing, so don't panic. Stay focused. Believe in who you are. Believe in who you are. Many of you, I keep seeing a younger version, 15, 16, 17-year-old version of you. And I feel like that younger version of you at times till today is feeling triggered because we really want to help others that are not ready to be helped. Some of you in career, it feels like your joy, your happiness, that creative side of you, it just doesn't feel fulfilled anymore. So then you feel stuck. For some of you, it just feels like, man, I've been giving so much to others. Now it's my time. Letting go of versions of you in the past, I really feel that that's needed. Also getting in your head at times because you really want certain people to see you. Pero no están listos para verte. They're not ready to see you. Career, I feel like could be a very powerful focus for you in the next 6 months. And you can make changes to get to this next stage. And it might not be, and I don't feel that it's going to be the ideal career changes. But to me, it gives me a lot of the energy of like un paso a la vez, like one step at a time. And you might have to make a change for the next 6 months that, yeah, it is temporary. It's not going to be forever, but it is temporary for you to be able to get to this next stage. I keep hearing a bell, and it's like your guide's trying to catch your attention and saying, why are you scared? Yes, I know you're scared because you also want others to see really what you want to do and you need to do. But we're not there yet. And in the next 6 months, for many of you, I feel like this inner child, this younger version of you, is trying to come out to feel safe again. Is trying to come out to be seen by you. Not by others, by you. And there's people around you that at times have a very strong opinion on what they think you should be doing or shouldn't be doing. Do you hear the car honking in the back? I feel like that's your guides. Like, hey, pay attention. You're not lost, but you're ignoring our signs. You're ignoring that you matter. It's like there's this fear also of failure so much that you're not even giving yourself permission para atreverte. Giving yourself permission to get out of your comfort zone. I keep seeing the angel number 333. And that automatically, to me, that's your guide saying, like, you are supported by us. But you first have to let go of this chapter, this season, this era that's no longer serving you. And yeah, sometimes that feels hard because we really want to be seen by certain people. But if they're not ready, we got to move on. You're in a season in your life right now where things are aligning for your highest good. You might not believe that. Yes, and your view is changing, things are shifting for you. If you've been wanting to step into doing something a little bit more creative, you might not, because I feel like for some of you, it's like you might not know exactly what that is, but then sometimes you're very hard on yourself and you don't give yourself permission to take risks. And I feel for some of you, because you've just been going, doing. I'm not saying just sit on the couch and relax and let things just happen. No. But also be okay with like letting things happen. You take action and then you're waiting. For many of you, March, April, and May, the next 3 months, that's going to be like crucial for you. So let's go. Let's do what we need to do. Release your critical voices within. When a critical inner voice says, I'm not enough, or I'm too sensitive, immediately counter it with, that's not true. Focus on loving thoughts instead. What you believe, you become. Make peace with uncertainty. I feel like this perfect. No coincidence. It may take a while to find clarity about a situation. Be patient. Know that invisible healing forces are at work during this phase. To me, it gives me a lot of the energy also of feminine ancestors, women ancestors that walk with you. Even if you didn't get to meet them, I feel very strongly that there's ancestors here that are trying to catch your attention. It kind of feels like there's a lot of sacrifice that you've done for others, so much to the point that, yeah, we have forgotten that we needed to live. We have forgotten that we wanted something different. No te dé miedo atreverte. Don't be scared to push through the safety net. I feel like lastly, a very deep message that I just keep feeling for option number 1. The next 6 months for you, it's in your hands. And trust me, you are capable of more. You are. The image I keep seeing of like a future version of many of you. That future version of you just keeps saying like, oh my God, I didn't even know all that I was consuming was holding me back. All those fears, all those beliefs. Oh my God, like literally having like an aha moment. That future version of you. So don't panic. Sacrifice. Sometimes surrender is painful. God's cutting away all that needs to go. Illusions, obsessions, addictions. It's a sacrifice to love. This is beautiful energy of Lord Ganesh, of change. The more you surround yourself by others that want to see you grow, and maybe we're not there yet with that crowd, but you're going to be alone for a little bit until your crowd comes, until you can find more joy in your day-to-day life, until you can find people that can truly see you for who you are. Well, then we'll wait. But I'm hearing from your guides, we're not in a rush. We'll wait. Live. Vive. Disfruta. I'm going to end your reading with an affirmation card. But lastly, I feel for option number 1. I know it's a little hard right now to be trying something different, but it's not impossible. And you're really being reassured many times of this next season. It's there. It wants more. I'm going to end with an affirmation card. Thank you, option number 1. I appreciate the energy exchange. I'm hoping to continue to film more here on YouTube. I'll leave my email. I offer readings recorded and then private sessions as well in my home. I keep feeling like an ancestor, just like energy. This feels like an older soul. And I just keep feeling her like watching you, like in a good way. And this ancestor feminine energy is just very observant. And I feel that a big reason why this ancestor is wanting to guide you in this next season. And so you don't really feel alone. Because I feel like she feels that you feel alone a lot. It's like she just keeps saying, no estás sola, mija. You're not alone. And for some of you, it might be hard to have conversations with family members about your boundaries, about them overtaking. So you might need to take a step back. I keep hearing from my guides quietly. And until the time permits, we can have that conversation. All right, my loves. Thank you for the energy exchange. And this is your card. It says, you are loved. Oh, how beautiful. You are enough just as you are, and you are loved. If you don't have a model for love, imagine yourself as a child. Perhaps you have a favorite picture of yourself as an adorable 5-year-old. Look into your own sweet eyes and acknowledge just how special you are. That child inside still needs your tenderness. And so does the adult you. Please don't abandon yourself. Instead, tap into the ocean of love inside. Oh, that little younger version of you that showed up earlier. Coming to remind you, I'm still here. No estamos solas. We're not alone. Thank you again, love, for the energy exchange. Such a beautiful message. I definitely feel that our ancestors know when to show up and give us a little pep talk. We need it. All right, we're going to be going next with option number 2. For option number 2, Ocean Jasper. Option number 2, Ocean Jasper. A beautiful energy of Ocean Jasper. For many of us, I feel like this Ocean Jasper is like here holding us, guiding us, trying to remind us also what we need and what we don't need. I channeled a message before I sat down to press record. So let me start by reading that. Option 2, Ocean Jasper. Next 6 months for you. First thing I kept seeing was the angel number 000. You might see it, might start to see it, or this is the first time you hear about it. Automatically, that angel number for your energy, it came up about refresh, restart, starting over. And your guides said, live for you. Allow timing to play out. You are not behind. Rewrite your story for you. What do you really want? What do you really want? What do you really want? I feel like your guide's saying, rewrite your story. What do you need in this next season of your life? How can you be supported? And for some of you, that might be hard to even feel like, oh, there's support for me? Oh, I can rewrite my story? I'm not stuck? I keep feeling for some of you, it's like you're feeling like doubtful also of what you can do different. And it might even feel at times like, man, how much more do I have to keep sacrificing myself? Because I keep hearing from your guides, you don't have to keep sacrificing yourself for others that just want to take and take and take from you. I feel like me restarting your fire here. It's like, don't give up. Don't give up on what you really need. Don't give up on how you want to define this next season of your life. And maybe, yeah, it feels a little bit hard at times. I'm going to let the fire absorb a little bit your energy because I feel like we're needing a little cleanse. Restart, setting over. If you follow me on Instagram, last week I posted a video on how to do a cleanse on a Thursday, working with the energy of Jupiter when we're feeling a little bit stuck. I don't know if the camera will catch it, but a lot of the smoke that it's releasing, it's black. And it doesn't always burn back. But it's your energy releasing, letting go. Of course, this is a general reading. Not everything that I say resonates, and not everything that I say is for each person. But I trust that these PickACards that I do is to connect with my community and to bring you the guidance and clarity that you might need in this season of your life. I do offer private readings, and I do offer healing sessions in person and as well distant. So if you'd like to connect, you definitely can. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the releasing for option number 2 is like, let it go, release it. Ocean Jasper is a beautiful happiness, joyful stone. It's a beautiful stone that calls in balance in our life. I love to use it to get out of my comfort zone. It's powerful for using your voice. Very connected to Mother Earth. It's a beautiful stone of renewal. And look at for you for option 2, your crystal. Look at how beautiful the fire is. So beautiful. I connect so much with the fire element and a lot of my fire ceremonies that I do for my healing sessions. It's so powerful how the fire absorbs for us. There's a lot of anger, I feel like, for many of you, this fire is releasing. And anger is a valid emotion. But that anger has felt for a long time like we've had to keep it in. And if you hear it crackling, it's also releasing. What's next for you the next 6 months of whenever you see this video? Facing those fears that in the past we didn't want to face. Honoring the cycles of life. Yeah, for some of you, it definitely feels like the last couple of months you've been feeling like a death journey, and now you're about to feel like this rebirth. I know it's going to take some time, but we're getting there. I'm hearing, man, if you had that genie that offered you 3 wishes, you would have taken them all already. Like, what's the rush? You would have been like, okay, I need to attract this, and I need to do this, and I need to do that. Like, what do you really need for you? Yeah, that fire's releasing. Let's express ourselves. Let's let go. And I want to remind you, I don't read card by card. If you don't know me, hola. Mi nombre es Edith. I am Edith. I am a curandera, a psychic medium, Reiki master, many more titles. I took a break a little bit from YouTube. Now I'm back, wanting to bring you more messages. I do offer healing sessions in person and readings as well, and recorded. I'll leave my website down below if you'd like to connect. Oh, that fire is going. So if you see a card that I don't focus on specifically, just know that I channel messages very differently. And I use cards to support me. But I work a lot with ancestors. Wow. That is so powerful, this fire. It is so powerful. A lot of the releasing. I'm going to offer it some herbs to ground you. If you are able to do a cleanse soon, I highly recommend it, because when we're releasing, our body is wanting to shed. Yeah, look at how powerful a lot of those herbs absorbed a lot of that anger. I'm going to do a little bit of sound healing. If you want to fast forward, you're welcome to, but I feel called to send a little bit of sound healing. And I just invite you to slow down. For a little bit, we're just going to take a deep breath in. And release. Another deep breath in through your nose. And a big exhale through your mouth. To be present, to let go. And this is a very unique sound bowl. It's called the lingam bowl, which helps us with bringing us balance with the yin and yang. I don't know if you can hear the little birdies chirping outside, but I feel like they got even a little bit louder as I started to do the singing bowl. And I feel like it's in a way to remind you, your ancestors, like, we're here with you. Why are you scared? Ay, that was really hot. I forget that this has a handle. We have to grab it by there, but maybe we'll burn ourselves a little bit and be like, oh, okay, these cards stayed behind. So connecting with community, being in community. For many of you, it's really important right now. Trusting in your cycles of life, patience. Yeah, community is definitely coming out for you several times. And you might have to get out of your comfort zone a little bit to find more of what you need. For some of you, it's been really hard in the last couple of years to trust yourself. But then look at the rewards. I just keep hearing from your guides, like, look at a lot of the rewards that you've really received without really expecting them. There's a lot of personal growth for option number 2 that I feel. Working on your confidence, working on showing up for yourself, working on wanting to manifest long term. It reminds me a lot of the energy. I recently did a money bowl ritual offering. I offered it distant and as well in person. And a lot of this last weekend was the one in person. And a lot of the energy that came up in person is like, we're really wanting to leave behind those old beliefs, those old fears, those old traumas. And that's coming up here in this option for a reason. That ocean jasper is a powerful stone to connect more with that divine feminine energy. We all have feminine and masculine energy. But for many of you, the last couple of years, it just feels like we've been operating so much out of our masculine. And also, like, I feel like you've been hard on yourself to, like, let yourself trust and do different things. Because I keep hearing from your guides, like, you've been rushing so much that you also have forgotten, like, what do you really need? What do you really want? And I feel like your guides are also wanting to remind you, like, in this next season of your life, it isn't about, we're not competing with anyone. It isn't about them. No, it's about you. For some of you, I feel like there is some type of travel that's coming up. It doesn't have to be a long week. It could be a weekend. But there's some type of, like, break that you're also needing to really call in. To, like, refocus on you, on your goals. And what are your real goals? I feel like now that this is the energy when I'm recording this at the beginning of the year, for many of you, it's like you're also being pushed. Like, what do you want? And I'm here, I mean, I think, and they're like, no, what do you really want? And maybe you're scared to say it out loud because you don't want to disappoint yourself, but maybe you need to be held a little accountable, I'm hearing, with your own self to focus on your own goals. Because you're really good at giving and helping others, but it's important to now give back to yourself, I'm hearing. It's important to get on living with you. Give yourself an opportunity to live and learn. Option number 2, my ocean jasper. What do you need to hear? What's happening in the next 6 months? I'm hearing, yes, you might feel a little bit blocked financially. But refocus your money. Refocus how you're also choosing to spend. For some of you, I feel like, I'll be honest, it feels like you've been trying to run away from your reality. So you're like numbing your reality. Resounding sound, throat chakra, using your voice, soul lessons, your perceptions, third eye chakra. Like, we're needing to focus more on ourselves. Stay true to yourself. A lot of times you're just going, doing. But then how do you set those goals for yourself long term? For some of you, I feel like it's been really hard to get out of your comfort zone because you've stayed in a safe space. But then how safe has that really been? Look at a lot of the energy that fire absorbed for you, that you were keeping in. No, es tiempo de vivir, de atreverte por ti. To outgrow. this next season. It's like, it feels for many of you like using your voice. At times it's hard because I feel like growing up by your family, society, culture, many people that played a role in your journey of growing up, it was very easy for them to judge you. It was very easy, I feel like, for many of them to try to tell you what you needed to do. And a lot of times I feel like you had ideas and then it was very hard for you to speak about those ideas because they were quick to shut them down. I wouldn't doubt it if many of you want to go back to school, want to get some type of degree, want to learn some type of new knowledge to evolve. You have a very powerful aura, and when I say your aura, the energy that you carry about yourself, you got to be seen. You got to give yourself permission to get out there. And if we're first going to work on believing in ourselves, pouring back into our cup so then we could take up space, so it is. You're not stuck. This next season is going to be a little selfish to some people because they're going to be like, what do you think you're doing? Who do you think you are? I feel like people nagging you. And your guides are like, well, that's okay. They don't have to see and know your dreams and your vision. They're not ready. They want something else. That's okay. Let them be. Option number 2, what's coming in the next 6 months? Divine mystery. The sun, earth, moon, stars, and you are all part of one creation. Be present and feel the power of now unfolding at this moment. Behold the wonder of it all. And Mr. Archangel Michael. First thing I heard is like, let it go. Let it go. Something you're holding on to. That's what the fire was trying to release. The path is now clear. I have removed all obstacles so that you can move forward with ease and confidence. Your heart's desire is edging closer to reality. All right, Archangel Michael is an archangel that I work with. He's very to the point. He don't like to bullshit you. He's not an archangel that's gonna baby us. No, ma'am. No, sir. Archangel Michael, it's like I work with him and sometimes he tells me something and I'm like, oh, wait, I didn't really pay attention. He's like, okay, well, next time pay attention. And he won't repeat himself. So I know when I feel his presence, like, okay, focus. Focus, madame. I'm sure I'm saying this for a reason. So he's trying to tell you, like, enough. Focus. Protection. You are safe. Do not fear. We are with you always, surrounding you with our ethereal wings of light. There's some ancestors for you. Look at the bottom of the deck here. Blue angel, again, Archangel Michael. I, Archangel Michael, am by your side and will forever protect you. Whenever you feel fearful, remember my presence. You are safe in my love and all is well. Some of you, I feel like you want 2, 3, 4 confirmations. So Archangel Michael's like, that's it. I'm only going to give you this confirmation and that's it. Archangel Michael's powerful in my Reiki sessions to help me with opening up the throat chakra. So if that's something that you do need to work on and it resonates with you, call him in. There's many meditations you can do on YouTube about him, many things you can find online about him. Be intentional and trust me, he'll show up. He's just an archangel that he holds us accountable. I'm going to bring out one of his decks. Archangel Michael for option number 2. It's almost over. Embrace this magical moment. Bottom of the deck. Increase your knowledge. Remember earlier I was saying you want to go back to school. You want to learn something. See, he's confirming it. Education brings opportunities. Take a course, pick up a book, or find a mentor to teach you what your soul longs to know. And for you, for option number 2 is like, what do you really want? Rewrite your story. Allow timing to play out. Allow timing to play out. I feel like you really needed to hear that. And for some of us, I feel like for option number 2, it's like there's this also fear of making the wrong mistake, or like fear of like, I just keep hearing my guides say like, why do they keep focusing on like, oh, I'm going to waste my time? And they haven't even taken some type of risk. Why do they keep stopping themselves from living? Why do they keep allowing people that don't even have a vision for themselves to have a vision over them? For some of you, these next 6 months, sorry, it's about you really getting out of that safe place to evolve. Getting out of that place that you thought you'd never leave, but you will. I'm going to end your reading with an affirmation card. Thank you for the energy exchange. I'll leave my information down below if you'd like to connect with me. Oh, this is a harder deck. This is a beautiful, I don't remember the name of this deck, but it's a beautiful deck of like inner child, younger versions. Has an affirmation. And I'm hearing buy yourself flowers. Do things that you want others to do for you. Don't wait for them. Do it yourself so you can attract that. All right. This one is coming out for you. Hope. Wonderful things can and do happen. Let your hope inspire your dreams and your actions. Believe in kind and marvelous magic. And your affirmation. Hope empowers me to create a beautiful life. Yes, yes, yes. Creating, expanding. All right, my love. Thank you for the energy exchange. Blessings. Such a beautiful message. All righty. Option number 3. Let me clear the energy a bit. There was a lot of releasing that we did in the previous. Last but not least, what is it that you need to hear? What's coming for you in the next 6 months? Many of you that chose this beautiful druzy, very unique amethyst. It's mixed in there with black amethyst. I don't know if the camera will catch it and if the lighting is doing it justice, but it's a beautiful going within stone. I have a channeled message that I want to read to you, and it says, option 3, you are being supported. Sit down and enjoy the journey. Archangel Uriel, the angel of fire that can help you release your fears and anger, is helping you letting go of the past. Archangel Uriel, the angel of fire. Let go. Surrender. Amethyst is a very calming stone, a stone of our intuition. This is a very unique stone, and I don't believe in coincidences. I feel like for many of you that pick this option in the next 6 months, regardless of when you see this video, it's about refocus. Releasing those fears, that anger of who you thought you should have been. Of thinking, oh, I wasted my time, I'm hearing. If I would have done this 6 months ago, 6 years ago, I don't know why the number 6 keeps standing out. But I'm sure for many of you, it's going to mean something. It's like I'm hearing sometimes it's so easy to plan for you the worst thing that can happen. This time to receive, enough of giving and doing for others. And if you don't know me, hola, my name is Edith. Mi nombre es Edith. I am a curandera, a psychic medium, a Reiki master. And I channel messages very different, not just card by card. So if you notice that I don't focus on a specific card, just know that I channel differently. If it calls you to connect with a specific card, please do. I'll leave my information down below. If you'd like to connect with me, I offer in-person sessions, readings as well, recorded and distant. And let's see. I took a little break, but I'm back. I'm grateful to be back. Thank you for allowing me to guide you in any way and for the energy exchange. Option number 3, last but not least, abundance. Things are happening for you, not to you. And yeah, the next 6 months feel for you that you got this. I feel like you're needing to hear you're not lost. You're needing to hear you've done enough for others. Now it's time to do more for you. It is a beautiful energy of an ancestor. Many of you, I feel like this is from your mother's side, a grandmother, a great-grandmother. I feel like for many of you, you got to meet this ancestor. Because I just keep hearing her say like, te recuerdo como cuando eras una niña o niño. I remember you since you were a child. And she's saying, eras tan habladora. Eras determinada. I don't know why she just keeps showing me like somebody in front of others, like presenting or having, presenting their argument or like, kind of like a debate energy. I think that's what it feels like. And she's like, pero muchas veces no te querían escuchar, entonces te daba miedo hacer las cosas mal. Te daba miedo equivocarte. This ancestor, you were scared of making mistakes. This ancestor is saying this next season for you, it's not going to feel easy. But that's what you need to feel. This ancestor is also saying, I wish your mother could see how far you've come and understand and really see you. But sometimes it's hard for her because you are her biggest shadow. So for some of you, I feel like there's mother and daughter healing that we want to call in. And you're not in charge of them to heal. But I always say this in my healing sessions, and I've lived it myself. When we heal our lineage. Maybe not the way you want to see it, but it impacts our lineage. Yes, for the ones that came before us, and for sure the ones that will come after us. Some of you, I feel like womb healing is something that's calling you to go deeper. Because you felt lost. You have felt stuck. Leadership, prioritize, and teaching and learning. Focus on your priorities. For you guys, Archangel Uriel came up when I was channeling. And look at what's at the bottom of the deck. Archangel Uriel. You know what to do. Trust your inner knowledge. And act upon it without delay. This is, to me, for many of you in the next 6 months, there's some type of action that you need to take. And that action is going to really highlight the next 6 months for you. And this year, I feel like for many of you, it's really like you're taking the lead. You're pushing forward. Some of you, I feel like you definitely have that in you to be a leader, to show up for others. But a lot of times before we get there, there's a lot of deeper lessons we're learning. I keep seeing the master number 1133, a powerful master. The master numbers are 11, 22, 33, and 44. But 1133 are two powerful master numbers. It's a beautiful message. A lot of times when I see it immediately, it reminds me of my spiritual transformation journey. And when I would see it, it was my guides when I was starting to lose a little hope, like, don't underestimate yourself. Your life is changing in a positive way. And you have to use your creativity, your leadership roles, that passion, that fire in you. For many of you in the last couple of months, it feels like that passion, that fire in you has turned off. I just noticed that this card has a fire again turning on. And I'm hearing you have the ability of healing, helping others. If we're not there yet, don't lose that hope. Don't lose that passion in you. Give it time. For some of you, I don't doubt it that in past lives, you've helped others in very powerful ways. And if that's something that you choose to do in this life, I don't doubt it that you can, but it might just take a little bit more time. It might just be a little bit more. It doesn't mean that you're lost. Embarking on an adventure, simplifying your life, awakening ancient wisdom. Yes, deeper inner knowing is emerging within me. Do you hear the background? It's like a crow. I'm going to stay quiet. I hope that you can hear it. Cultivating prosperity, the abundance of the universe is pouring into my life. Many of you are about to embark into something different. And look at how abundance came out here. Abundance here. But we got to make space for it. I'm also hearing from your guides, you know, in the last couple of months for you, it's been hard to stay focused because we've been trying to juggle so many things at once. We've been trying to do 100 things at once. And it's felt a bit draining, a bit stuck. There's been a lot of worries also that you can't control. For some of you, I feel like you've been focusing more on releasing, like forgetting your dreams. Like, oh, it's not my time, like telling yourself. But yet you have so much in you. Es un paso a la vez, one step at a time. Sometimes it's very hard for you to get out of your comfort zone because it's hard to take up space. Not impossible, but a little challenging. Remember at the beginning of your message, your guide said, you are being supported. Sit down and enjoy the journey. Archangel Uriel, a powerful archangel you can call upon. Connected to that fire element of transformation. Some of you, the next 6 months, it isn't going to be of just waiting. I feel like you're really 1 step away, 2 steps away. So don't give up now. Tanto amor, tanta luz, so much love, so much light. I feel like you're also needing to hear the next 6 months. They're going to push you out of your comfort zone. So keep going. Keep giving yourself permission to take up space. And if for some of you, you feel like, man, you know, I've been trying, but it just hasn't worked out, change a bit your vision. It doesn't have to be black and white. Stop spending on unnecessary things. Pay attention to the way that you are choosing to invest your money, your energy, your time. It feels like for some of you, you feel a little bit imbalanced. So I don't know if you're needing to go to the doctor. You might need to find answers. I'm not a health professional, but if that ever comes up, I'm just the messenger. If it resonates, take it. If not, let it go. But some of you, because we've been overgiving, it's like it feels like your battery is about to be on low. Or it's already in low. So let's recharge. Let's refocus. And let's give ourselves permission to evolve in our own timing. And if there's people in your life that keep telling you no. Who do you think you are? You have to remind yourself, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing this for them. I'm doing this for me. I connect a lot with past lives. And I feel like for many of you, there's a lot of sacrifices that you've done in other past lives. To the point where you've forgotten to live. Not in this lifetime. And you might be a little older. Or you're than the dreams that you had planned. Maybe, I don't know why I'm hearing this, but like in your 20s. At 18, you thought you were going to do this, this, and that. And now what you wanted to do in 18, you're doing it now. Option number 3. What's coming up in the next 6 months? Where you're going, not all can follow. I'm always in the right place at the right time. Yes, yes. I know I will never miss what is meant for me. Literally, these two go so hand in hand. I am always at the right place at the right time. And this is also going to include lessons, mistakes. Many of you, I feel like in this lifetime, you came in with a lot of deep lessons to unlearn. But that doesn't have to be your forever. If it's coming up, let it go. Honor it. Face it. Stop trying to control others and yourself and things that are not in your hands. Lo que es para ti, solo será para ti. What's meant for you will only be for you. So stop rushing. Stop telling yourself, this is it. If I don't do it now, I'm never going to be able to do it. Because you'll just stay stuck in that same belief. No, no, no. All right, option 3. I'm going to end your reading with an affirmation card. Thank you for the energy exchange. I know I took a break. I plan to record more. I'm grateful to be part of my community, to support you guys, hold you, and remind you that we have time. Claro que sí. Your affirmation card. When I'm patient, I let the universe do for me what I cannot do for myself. Thank you again. Blessings.